Hi everybody, it's Robin Crazy Crafter again, and I am making several thank you cards tonight. And this thank you card is for Brandy. And I'm using Hero Arts So Stylish 4x6 set. I use this lady and Just Fabulous. And then I'm using George, and I'm using the oval on the letter E. This Annalee from Prima. Oh, I just got this and I love this paper. And I'm using it. And then an inexpensive, I'm out of Stampin' Up, so this is from Hobby Lobby. Chocolate chip from Stampin' Up. Couple corner punches, and I have this, and I don't have any Copic markers. I'm on a big debate about that, and I kind of stamped her so I can just show you, but I just did my all over with the light color, and oh well, not her hand like I just did. And I'm just going to do on her coat. Now, I cut her out, so if I go outside the lines, it's okay. And then I just added some of the darker color. And then it's tend to stay wet enough on this paper to then go back in and kind of blend a little bit. So just keep going until you get what you want. And here is my lady. And now my pink paper, when I show you it's gonna get covered up where I cut out, so I didn't have to waste any more paper. But I went ahead and I did that to fit perfectly on my 4.25 by 5.5 card. So I'm going to, get this down. On my paper. On my card, excuse me. Some of this glue that's sticking out. Okay. And there is some, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some writing on there. So I'm just making sure I get it going the right direction. I don't know what it says, and it just seems to be nothing particular. Okay, and now, pardon my reach. On here, okay, like I said, I used the George cartridge and the E oval because it was thinner. I didn't want the wide one like it is on the W. Okay, here's the frame, I'm going to call it. And here's a snip of how I cut this on my Cricut. Okay, here's how I cut my lady with the oval. I used the George basic shape, and I used the Shift E. Now you see how the W and the E have two different ovals. One, the E is more narrow. And I didn't want it really wide. So I cut it out on my white paper like I always do until I decided which, I only had to do it twice. And so now I'm using the negative part. And I'm going to load my paper. And here to the center. And make sure you hit center point right there. Now I used repositionable tape so I can just pull that out real easy. And I'm going to go Shift, E, cut. I'll turn my center point off and unload. And voila. That's how I cut it out. And I did quite a bit of measuring on the back of this till I got it to where I wanted. So use your T-square and just kind of get it centered to where you want it. And then the corners, I just use this on the corners there. So that, and guess what? Robin didn't get it on there right. There we go. Good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and distress these edges. This is my Tim Holtz. Okay, since I had it off, I went ahead and put all my pop dots on it. Now I'm going to get it where I want it. And I think that is perfect. And then here's my gal that I'm going to put right in the center. And then I have Just Fabulous here. Okay, let's get my lady in there, and then we'll get the Fantastic taken care of. And at first I thought I might put her on small pop dots, but I think we're just going to glue her down. And I think she'll look way better that way. I'm off camera putting glue on, I'm sorry, because I want it to be really super glued. There we go. Look at that. Fabulous. And then I love the ATG, but this sometimes, this scrapbook adhesive is good for these little pieces that want to try to bend with the ATG. So I'm going to put that there. Well, I thought I had it on record and I didn't, so I got way ahead of myself here. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I wanted some subtle things, and I got some embroidery thread, and as you can see, I wrapped it around 5 times because I'm sure you guys know that I'm obsessed with 5 and that. So trying to get these even. I'm hoping they're going to stick. Sometimes these little boogers don't want to stick. And I think that's as straight as I'm going to get them. So there is Miss Brandy's card.